we've been fortunate the last couple of years that the return that we've gotten from the state for the replacement for the personal property, what used to be personal property tax, I forget what we call it now, but basically the state reimburses us for lost personal property taxes as a result of that law change a few years ago. And the last several years, we've actually gotten more back from the state than what we were anticipating, which is a great situation for us. Last year, we took 100% of that and applied it to our unfunded liabilities and retiree health care. And this year, there was some talk about what to do with that and whether to budget an anticipated higher return into the budget. And as a result of that discussion in this budget, we are just budgeting what we should get, even though we think that, again, this year that there's going to be a higher reimbursement than what we've budgeted for. But rather than plan for a surprise windfall, we'd rather just take in that surprise windfall as it comes. Personal comment, I think that's good discipline on our part as a city. I think it's worthwhile to just take a minute and explain what this is. This is what I alluded to earlier during the Finance Committee report about some budget adjustments for fiscal year 2018, and this is a result of that windfall, really, that we've gotten back from the state, where the formula that determines how much reimbursement we get for the lost personal property taxes has actually, for either the second or the third year in a row, it's at least the second year in a row that this has come back significantly higher than what we expected. So this is good for us, and this is not unique to us. This is something that every community in the state is seeing. But in this case, we have, without going through all the details, there's a large portion of this that by law has to go to our various millage funds, but there's a portion of it that we have some discretion as to what to do with it, and that comes out to $850,000. And what's been proposed is, like last year, there's, I think, sentiment on the council that it would make sense to continue to fund our VEBA, which is underfunded. I'll just quick comment here again. We are way beyond what many municipalities in Michigan are. We're in much, much better shape than most municipalities. In fact, our auditor each year calls us the gold standard for the state of Michigan when it comes to this. But our retirement health care fund is still underfunded, and we need to continue to fund that. And so that would be one potential use for the money. But then another use that had been suggested by the administration was to actually create a new account within the city's finances for a building improvement fund. There's been a number of topics here recently, and I think there will be more topics coming related to just some of the aging infrastructure, some of the building projects within the city, and we're anticipating at some point needing some funding there. And so rather than wait and be scrambling to get that, trying to be proactive and start setting some money aside. So the proposal with this resolution is take that $850,000, take half of it to help support our VEBA, our retirement health care fund, and the other half to start this new building improvement fund. And I just want to explain for our residents what that was about. Thanks.